Hello everyone, and today we're going to be talking about a new Grand Campaign mod for Total War Rome 2. And this one is called the Marius vs. Sulla 88BC campaign. Now, this mod lets you play as two legendary Romans, Lucius Sulla and Gaius Marius. So you can see there are two Roman factions here. At the start, you've got Sulla's Rome. And Sulla controls far less territory at the start. He just controls a couple of provinces in the east, in the Balkans, and Crete and Rhodes. And you have Marius controlling the vast majority of the Roman holdings, right, in North Africa and Iberia, Italia, southern Gaul. Now, it's a pretty interesting mod because, of course, it's similar to the Imperator Augustus campaign with the fact that there are a couple of Roman factions that are fighting each other, and there are essentially far fewer other major factions to play as in the campaign. So you've got a number of Eastern factions as well. So you've got the Parthian Empire, which has, of course, essentially completed the conquest of the Eastern Seleucid satrapies, so Arya, Gandhara, Persia, Mesopotamia, all those areas are now under the control of the Parthian Empire. You've got Armenia, which has taken control of Sopene and other parts of North Mesopotamia, and is historically speaking preparing to take Cilicia and Syria and northern Iran and northern Mesopotamia from the Parthians and the Seleucids. And of course you have Pontus, which perhaps has the most interesting start position in this campaign in 88 BC. So Mithridates has control of Colchis, he has control of most of Asia Minor. Cappadocia is his satrapy. He has replaced the Cappadocian king with someone of his own choosing. He has control essentially of the Cimmerian Bosporus. And he has invaded Greece and Thrace. So yeah, this is the time of the Mithridatic Wars, so very cool start position for Pontus. And of course, as Sulla, you not only have to fight with Marius, but you also have to fight with Mithridates. And of course, you have the rump state of the Seleucids. They just control part of Syria. So tough campaign here. And then you have Ptolemaic Egypt, which, while not as strong as it used to be, still has a fairly safe start position, fairly powerful. So let's start up a campaign here as Pontus. Now, the main thing about this mod is that it does utilize the Imperator Augustus campaign map, which of course features some changes compared to the standard Grand Campaign map of Rome 2. And of course, the Imperator Augustus map is more suited for this 88 BC start date. Absolutely. A little bit better in terms of the province divisions. It makes a little bit more sense for the time period, early 1st century BC. And, you know, this mod 88 BC, it's not the biggest overhaul right now. It's not quite done. So you can see it still utilizes a lot of the Imperator Augustus assets, including the introductory videos and things of that nature. And the other major thing is that, as you can see, with the buildings here, it utilizes completely vanilla buildings and vanilla units. So standard Pontic roster, you can see Eastern Archers, Hillmen, Pikemen, Cappadocian Cavalry, Pontic Swordsmen. And if you go to the recruit screen here, you got the Pontic Chariots, Noble Blood Cavalry, sort of melee, nice cavalry, horse skirmishers, hoplites, hillmen, pikemen, thureos, spearmen, eastern infantry, slingers, javelins, archers. Your standard vanilla roster here, and of course the graphics are also standard vanilla. So really this mod excels at kind of recreating the start positions here. It's not fully accurate, like for example, you can see Pontus controls Cilicia here. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Of course, Cilicia in about a decade came under the control of Armenia, and Armenia and Pontus were never at war. Of course, if you go to diplomacy here, Armenia and Pontus are allied fully, and Cappadocia is a satrapy. of Pontus at the moment. So essentially, as Pontus, you're going to be fighting Sulla, the Romans, in trying to consolidate your gains in Greece. Additionally, Parthia might present a problem because they might attack from the east. And the Seleucids are not strong at all, not a big deal. So this is a big showdown mod between Pontus and the Romans against each other, Parthia and Armenia. Those are the big showdowns here in this mod. And of course, a lot of people prefer the vanilla style. They don't like the sort of total overhaul, slower pace of a lot of mods like, Divide et Impera or Ancient Empire. So they prefer a bit faster pace of the vanilla mods. And this one, it's good because it provides what those people want with a sort of vanilla experience, but with a completely different start position here. Of course, there are a lot of mods not a lot, but there are some mods for the original Rome Total War that have start positions like this. The early 1st century BC, the late Republic period, there was a series of mods called Fall of the Republic, Rise of the Empire. You can see, I'll put a link to that up at the top here. But those mods, of course, there was one that did follow the career of Marius and Sulla. It was called First Man in Rome. And of course, there are other ones like 77 BC, which I think is a bit of a more interesting start date than this one. And of course, there was a Caesar, the Caesar mod as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this mod. Since the units are all vanilla, essentially there's nothing really to show in terms of battle. So it's basically just a major campaign mod. I think it's good. This is a time period that has gone somewhat overlooked by vanilla Total War campaigns. There's not one for vanilla Rome 2. There isn't one for vanilla Rome 1. So this is good to see. It's an interesting time period. It's unfortunate that it hasn't been covered more by Total War mods and campaigns. I hope to see this mod get developed further because, there's a lot that could be done here in terms of missions, intro videos, things of that nature. So I'm excited to see the future of this mod. In any case, if you are interested in the historical Total Wars and their mods, we cover them a lot on this channel. Consider subscribing, consider supporting the channel. There's a Patreon link in the description below, as well as a link to become a YouTube channel member so you can support the channel monthly. It will help out a lot. Thank you to all the members, Heath Dion and the others, for their support of the channel. It really helps. And of course, again, thank you to Heath Dion for donating an SSD to the channel, and that's how it's become a lot easier to make more videos about the modern Total Wars, which of course benefit a ton from having solid-state drive storage. They load a lot faster and run less choppy, that's for sure. So in any case, thanks to all of you for watching. If you liked the video, consider leaving a like, and I'll see you in the next one.